See, a lot of people don't think they satanic. I'm ready to hit y'all with a spoon. I'm ready to hit you with a scripture. Pastor, can I take that? You have your Bibles? Let's go to Isaiah, the 45th chapter, the 7th verse. Y'all gonna be mad at me today. Boy, that mess up our program. He mess up our program. We come here with little satanic stuff. Now it's time for a new day. It's time for you to be the called out ones. Matter of fact, the church, the original name for church was called ecclesia. That was the original name. Ecclesia. And ecclesia was the people who wasn't like the other people. They was called the called out ones. They wasn't the ones that followed everybody else's way. Woo! I see some reaction. Everybody got it. Anybody read? Got it. Isaiah 45th chapter, the 7th verse. You got that? We'll read it.
I formed the light, created darkness, I made peace, and created evil. I'm the Lord, do all these things.
I don't know if you heard that. Read it again.
I formed the light, created darkness, I made peace, and created evil. I'm the Lord, do all these things.
Did y'all hear that? Yeah. Did you really hear that illustrator? Did you really hear what he was saying? I don't think. See, Jesus said during his day when he was teaching, he said some things people ain't ready to hear. Because it's going to change everything that they're doing. Because see, before they had interpreted it a certain way. A lot of people, I teach ministers, and they walk out when I show them that scripture. They can't handle it. They can't handle it. Because see, people wonder where evil come from. Like they can't find it. I found it. They wonder where darkness come from. Okay, I found it for them. And then when I found it, they can't tell that because you know what? God ain't what they thought he was. See? But I'm going to help you understand that because that's a puzzle in the spirit. That's a puzzle too. But see, in the flesh, you can't have that. God created evil. Let me correct. The Lord created evil. It does say that the Lord doeth all these things. It does say that, right? Let me help you understand. There's electricity running over there in that outlet. You know that, right? If I stick a fork in there, what's going to happen? I'm going to get fried that day to Saturday. If I stick a fork in it. Now, if I stick a keyboard in there or something, whatever, you know what? It's going to flow right in there. That same outlet, what did it do? If I stuck that fork in, what did it do? It leave you. You see what I'm saying? All my hair would fell out. Shoot, let's see, shoot. You wouldn't have the whole tail fell out, but what happened? What did I do? I stuck that fork in that outlet. What happened? It did what it do. It flowed. It did what it do. It was evil to me. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. If a convict go over there and he stick the fork in there, he will get fried down inside. If St. Paul, Pope, whoever the latest Pope is, Benedict, go over there. I don't care how sad he is, he gonna get fried too. Get my point. See, we have interpreted the Lord to be something that is not. What he's saying is the same substance that was good can cause bad. It don't matter if you're a criminal. It don't matter if you're a saint. It don't matter. The law of God works the same for everybody. See, if an evil man came in here right now, the biggest con in the world, he came right in here and listen to what I'm saying, and he can apply the principles and get it. Guess what? He got just as much Christ in him.
Oh, yes, he does.
See, you don't want to hear the truth. You don't want to hear it. You think because walk around, I can all be, but you got God in you. That's much God in that criminal as it is in you. I can let you got God in you. You chest poked out and all this, that, and the other. Let me tell you something. It's just as much God in that chair as it is in you. or not. It didn't say for all men are created new. It said, from now on, therefore, we regard no one, no thing. Everything is spiritual. But some people want to be holy. Y'all with me? Some people want to be holy. They want that type. Saintly. Let me tell you something about that. We wouldn't have saintly if there wasn't no sin. You didn't hear that, did you? We wouldn't have saintly if there wasn't no sin. How do we know the saintly? Because we find it by the sin. That's the basis of what we got saintly. You can't have the front of a coin and not have a backside. How would it be? Are y'all with me? It's funny, but it's not funny. Let me tell you why. You think about this. From now on, therefore, we regard no one from a human point of view. I don't see Pastor. I know he is in Christ. I know that's what he is. I know he was created spiritually first. But how do I see that? With my eyes? Well, so I can see you, Christ. You got Christ written all over you. Ain't that what people say? Come on, I can see God all over you. Ain't that what they do? You can't see God. God said I'm a spirit. You ain't seeing him with that. We need to stop the lies. We need to stop the lies. And God don't do no evil. What that scripture say? It's the Lord that do what he said. God don't do no evil. How to get here? I read in the beginning, God. Now we got what it for. In the beginning, who? God. Who else was there? Lucifer. In the beginning, God. Spiritually interpreted, God is all there was, and there was nothing else. God was all there was. Someone didn't ask that. But where was everybody else at? I didn't hear it. Now, let's look at in the beginning. When is that? If we determine it by our human mind, we're looking for time again. We're looking for time. What time was that? I ain't even talking about time. You know why? Because in the beginning with God is the same. So God is timeless. When is that? All the time. But no time. But see, that's a different way you have to see it. The God I know is a timeless God. He don't need time to do anything because he existed before time. See? But the human want to put time. Well, back in the 4 billion years ago, I've been listening to History Channel. They were trying to figure out when God first came. I said, did y'all study biology? It says an atom cannot be created and an atom cannot be destroyed. There was no time or spot that it was not. You can't destroy life, man. You may change its form, but you can't destroy life. Are y'all following me? Are y'all with me? I'm going to give you an example. Let's take H and O, hydrogen and oxygen. The most abundant elements in the whole universe, but you can't see it. You can't see it, but they exist.